Okay, this is Chris and welcome to my 5th submission piece for my IOT project. So building on the previous piece that I submitted, the Raspberry Pi uses the camera module to record video feed and saves it in a folder called Recordings on Raptor. So here is the recordings folder here, and here you can see a long list of recordings that have been made. So for a user trying to search for a specific recording in this folder, they're going to have quite a hard time because the file names are very similar and can get quite confusing. The file name of the recordings are actually the year, the month, the day, and then the time that the recording had taken place. So building on this, I wanted to create a system that would be easy for the user to use. So I settled on the table that you can see in front of you. The table actually organizes the recordings by year, by month, by the day, and then finally by the time that the recording was taken. So this gives a nice and easy view of all of the recordings in the folder. So let's say, for example, that the user wanted to view the recording taken on the 4th of January 2017. They would click this button here that would open up a new tab in their browser and automatically start playing the video for them. Here you can see just a video of me as I was trying to develop the A4 piece. So now back on the main interface, you can see that there are 3 other buttons for the user to explore. The first button gives a graphical view of the total number of recordings in the folder, split up by the year that they were recorded. So here you can see that 2017 has 3 recordings, 2016 has 15, and 2015 and 2014 both have 24 recordings. As well as each of the 3 pages giving a different graphical view, they also contain different headers and descriptions. This is to inform the user as to the purpose of each page. So secondly is the monthly graph data. Here the recordings are actually split up in months. The user can, using this drop down menu, pick a year, and then the graph will show them exactly how many recordings have taken place in any given month. So it's quite a nice way to show them what were popular months for the recordings to be, or non-popular months. So lastly is the monthly graph data, but the detailed view. This actually splits up the month into days, and it will present to the user the number of recordings for any given day in the month. So going back to the monthly graph data, in 2017 we can see that 3 recordings fell in January, but using this graph we can't actually determine what days of the month they were in. But using the detailed view, we can actually see that the recordings were taking place on the 1st, the 3rd, and the 4th of the month. And again, for example, if we were to pick 2015, we can see that March had 3 recordings. Using the detailed view, we can go on March and 2015, and we can see that actually they fell on the 4th, the 18th, and the 31st of that month. So an optional category I've worked towards is the robust system category. To make the interface you see in front of you work, a number of additional PHP scripts have been included to provide extra functionality. If the user knew this, however, they might try to access them directly via the URL bar, in which case they will be presented with a blank page. To prevent this from happening, each included page contains a few additional lines of code to prevent direct access. So for example, if I was to try and load up get recordings.php, this function on its own actually loads all of the files from the folder and puts all of the file names into an array. But if they were to load the page directly, they'd just be presented with a blank page because there isn't actually any output data. But now, using the code that I've included, if the user does try to directly access it, they're just automatically redirected to the home page, the index page. So here you can actually see the code working, and this is the code itself. So the first line of code gets the path to the file itself, and the second line gets the path of the URL trying to access the file. And then the if statement here actually compares the path of the file to the path of the URL in the URL bar. And then if the script determines that the 2 paths are the same, it will actually automatically directs them back to the index page because it knows that the user is trying to access the page directly. So I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, I tried to make the interface as simple to use as possible. And yeah, bye.